I want you to do something right now. Think about your job. Think about your boss. Think about your Monday morning. And honestly answer this one question. If someone offered you the exact same salary, starting fresh somewhere new, would you take it? Most of you just hesitated. And that hesitation, that pause, is exactly what this video is about. Because you are not hesitating because you love your job. You are hesitating because you are afraid. And by the end of this video I'm going to show you exactly what you are afraid of, why that fear was put there on purpose, and what it is costing you every single day you stay. Welcome to Truth Shift, where we expose the rules of the game that nobody in the system wants you to figure out. Today we are talking about a psychological trap that is quietly destroying the careers and finances of millions of intelligent, talented, hard-working people. It is called job hugging. And chances are, you are doing it right now. Job hugging is not laziness. It is not lack of ambition. It is something far more subtle and far more dangerous. It is the state of staying in a job you know is wrong for you, not because you want to stay, but because leaving feels terrifying. And the most painful part. The smarter you are, the harder the trap is to escape. Today we break down exactly why that is, and what you can do about it. Let me tell you about someone. They are 31 years old. They have been at their company for 5 years. The job is fine. Not great. Not terrible. Fine. The pay is decent. The benefits are good. They have a parking spot. They know everyone's name. They know how the system works. They know how to survive there. And every 6 months, right around the time they start seriously thinking about leaving, something happens. A small raise. A new project. A promotion that is just good enough to reset the clock. And they stay. Another year passes. They are now 32, then 33. This is not an accident. This is a retention strategy. And it has a name, golden handcuffs. Companies understand human psychology far better than most employers realize. They know that the longer you stay, the more your identity becomes tied to that place. The more your lifestyle adjusts to that salary. The more your skills become specialized for that specific environment. And the more all of those things happen, the harder it becomes to imagine existing anywhere else. So they give you just enough. Just enough money to make leaving feel financially scary. Just enough recognition to make you feel seen. Just enough future promise to make you think the best is still coming. And you stay. Not because you chose to, but because the cost of leaving keeps getting higher, and they planned it that way from the beginning. Now here is where it gets really interesting. Because even when people know their job is wrong, even when they are underpaid, undervalued, unhappy, they still do not leave. And the reason is not logical. It is neurological. The human brain has a well-documented bias called loss aversion. And what it means is this: the pain of losing something feels approximately twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining something equivalent, which means leaving a stable job, even for a better one, feels twice as scary as it should. Your brain is not calculating the real risk. It is amplifying the feeling of loss and minimizing the feeling of potential gain. And your company, whether consciously or not, exploits this perfectly. Every benefit, every perk, every small comfort they give you becomes something your brain registers as something you would lose by leaving. The free coffee. The familiar commute. The colleagues you like. The routine you know. Your brain puts all of these in the loss column. And it puts the new opportunity, the unknown salary, the unknown manager, the unknown culture, entirely in the risk column. So even when the math says leave, your brain says stay. And you call it being sensible. But it is not sensible. It is fear dressed up in the language of logic. But here is the part that should make every job hugger genuinely uncomfortable. Staying is not the safe option. Staying is the expensive option. And most people do not realize how expensive until it is too late. Here is the data. Research consistently shows that employees who stay at the same company for more than 2 years earn on average 50% less over their lifetime than employees who move regularly. Read that again. 50% less over a lifetime. Because companies give existing employees raises of 3 to 5% per year. But when they hire externally, they pay market rate. Which means every new hire coming in beside you is likely being paid significantly more than you for the same or similar work. You stayed loyal. You stayed comfortable. And while you were comfortable, the market moved without you. Your skills became company-specific instead of market-valuable. Your network shrank to the people in your building. Your confidence in your own market's worth quietly eroded. Because when you never test yourself outside, you start to believe that the salary your company pays you is what you are worth. It is not. It is what they calculated they could get away with paying you. And the longer you stay without testing the market, the further behind you fall. The safe choice is the most dangerous choice you can make. So how do you actually break out of this trap? 3 things, and be honest with yourself about each one. Number 1. Take the interview even when you are not looking. The single most powerful thing you can do for your career confidence is interview regularly. Not because you plan to leave, but because every interview reminds you what your market value actually is. It reminds you that other companies want you. It rebuilds the confidence that job hugging quietly destroys. Make it a habit. Interview once every 6 months minimum. Number 2. Calculate the real cost of staying. Take your current salary. Now look at what similar roles are paying externally right now. The gap between those 2 numbers, multiplied by the years you have been earning it. That is what staying has already cost you. When you see that number clearly, the fear of leaving starts to look very different. Number 3. Reframe what the risk actually is. Staying in a job that undervalues you, underpays you, and limits your growth is not safe. It is a slow financial and professional emergency that does not feel like an emergency because it happens gradually. The real risk is not leaving. The real risk is waking up at 45 still in the same place, and realizing you have been slowly losing for 15 years while telling yourself you were playing it safe. Here is the truth that Truth Shift was built to tell you. The fear you feel about leaving your job, that is not wisdom. That is not caution. That is a system working exactly as designed. Your employer benefits every single day you stay afraid. Every day you do not test the market. Every day you do not negotiate. Every day you convince yourself that the devil you know is safer than the devil you do not. You were taught that loyalty is a virtue. And it is, when it is mutual. But a company that pays you below market, replaces you the moment it is convenient, and uses your own psychology against you to keep you compliant, that company is not being loyal to you. So stop being loyal to them at the cost of your own future. You are not a job hugger because you are weak. You are a job hugger because the system is very good at making smart people afraid. But now you see it. And the moment you see the trap clearly, you can decide whether to stay in it or step out. If this video hit something real for you, hit that like button right now. Share this with someone you know who has been talking about leaving for years but cannot seem to make the move. Subscribe to Truth Shift. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we hand you another piece of the truth. Stay aware, stay ahead. This is Truth Shift.